Lovely. Hello, Sim here. For those of you who are regular viewers, you're used to seeing 1 to 2 videos a week. But in the past week, you've been seeing on average 1 video a day. Is Sim feeling okay? Well, is he enjoying this game? Absolutely, on the whole I am. And I haven't had this much fun since Modern Warfare 3. And the COD addiction is back. Yes, I enjoyed Black Ops 2 too. But Ghosts, well, let's face it, that was a bit of a flop. So in this video I'm going to give you my thoughts on multiplayer. So I got an opportunity to seriously game over the weekend. So in the background you're seeing hardcore kill confirmed. And hardcore means no minimap and friendly fire is engaged. So if your friend shoots you, well, you die. It's not like Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, which is ricochet hardcore, which means if they shoot you they die, which I much prefer because it doesn't muck up your kill streaks, or should I say score streaks. So, for a bit of fun, you can count how many times I get killed by friendly fire, whilst my friends go and grimace in the back in the corner. No, don't do it to us, Sim. Don't worry, I don't have a counter going. Honest. So, the gameplay in the background is a bit slow to start off with, but it will pick up as time, as you saw from the intro little 3-piece footage. So, the whole gameplay that you're watching is on show, and you'll see how this game can play when in a full party, which involves US and UK players in that party. So that's a bit extreme, because normally you just want to play with gamers in your region only. So having a mix, and it plays this well when it does play this well, is pretty good. So you also notice that there's a paintful effect that I've switched on, and I find it especially useful in hardcore because I can see people shooting at me really visibly, so I do find it sort of it's an advantageous to have it switched on, because you'll see the paintball splatting there and you know people are shooting at you, and you know when you're getting successful hit markers on other people. But before I get into my thoughts, let me cover the bad. If you've been following gaming news, you would have heard about, well, the in-game chat, big fat fonts right in the middle of the screen, thanks very much. Prestiging, resetting emblems and challenges, think weapon camos, and your win-loss ratio being completely incorrectly calculated and therefore screwed for round-based games, think domination and search and destroy. And of course, what else would you expect but connectivity issues, very visible at peak times of day. But the good news is Sledgehammer have acknowledged this and are going to implement fixes. Now, from my years of experience of playing COD, if an issue is acknowledged within the first week, or within a month, then that issue is going to get fixed. It might not get fixed perfectly, but they're actually going to do something about it. If they don't say a word, not a peeky-boo, it ain't going to get fixed, and you're going to be stuffed with it for the rest of the year. So it's good news that they've acknowledged it, and that's good. So if they fix this, then especially the connectivity, this game has the potential to be the best Call of Duty game ever from a multiplayer perspective, because I really haven't gamed on the single player campaign yet. So before I move on, one of the most annoying things for me is that dead bodies look the same as prone players. So you end up shooting dead bodies just to make sure, and therefore you give your position away, and it's really annoying. So you either risk it and don't shoot, like, cool, just coming up, perfect timing, and hope to see them before shooting them. So let's move on. So map design, there's 13 maps. There's a bonus DLC map called Atlas George, and I did do a little video on that with Momentum. It's the pipeline map from Call of Duty 4, which is a remake. In general, the map design is pretty good. You've got close quarter maps like Comeback, which has got to be my favourite map, and I did a video on that one, and open space maps like Instinct, suitable for campers and snipers, and thus it's not my favourite map. You've just got to learn how to adapt to those type of maps. On the whole though, I think the maps are pretty good. The maps are colourful and do definitely have a familiar feel like Black Ops 2. They really do. A lot of this feels like Black Ops 2 in senses. And but the only difference is that exosuits are being added, and some people will and have called it Black Ops 3. So the exo movement is not too hard to get used to. I play in the tactical layout for the controller, and that's all I've got to do is use the left and right sticks to perform the moves, along with A button, or think about the X button for PlayStation gamers out there, And I think a scuff controller for jumping, so you'll be able to keep your aim on target while jumping around, will be a necessity for hardcore gamers. I've got a scuff controller coming. I'll do a review on it. I'm definitely going to do a review on it. So for those who are not familiar with it, you'll see how it helps, and improves your gameplay in Advanced Warfare. I'll show sort of like before and after, probably against bots or something, just to give you an idea of how much better it is. So, what about weapons and perks? So, in my last video, I showed you my AR setup, where I went through the perks and weapon attachments in use. And the only difference in this gameplay that you're watching is that I'm using stock. Black Ops 2 introduced a pick 10 system, and we're now pick 13. So, you can have different classes of the same weapon via supply drops. And you're going, what? What? So, you can have like a assault rifle, let's say an AK-47, I'll make it up. And you've got a professional version and an elite version. And some of those come with fixed attachments, so you get some extra perks or weapon attachments for free. And then of course you can add on additional attachments to those things, I believe. So similarly, you can have a maximum of 6 perks in use, and you can use that by exploiting greed perks. And alternatively, you can sacrifice some of those and not have 3 but 4 kill streaks, or should I say score streaks to be a bit more precise. And the score streaks are tweakable as well. You can upgrade them, allowing you to have a mix and match between classic assault and support style score streaks. And if I continue on the score streak theme, I really like them because they're suited for objective players. Beast players, however, are totally gutted because they're not as powerful as previous CODs. But for me, that means there's more fun for the majority of players, and it's, as I said, it's suited for objective players. It encourages, in my experience or my viewpoint, more gun skill. Game modes. You've got the classic game modes such as TDM, Domination, Kill Confirmed, Search and Destroy, Search and Rescue, and Free for All. Of course, you've got the returning game modes like Capture the Flag and Hardpoint. Really good. And you've got a couple of new modes called Momentum. You've seen a live come on it on my channel, and of course Uplink 2. And Effected is also back, and it's really aimed at objective players. It's more fun, and you've got Ranked Play that's back. So you've got the League Play. That's really good news. So, do I think it's better than Ghost? Absolutely. If they get their connectivity issues sorted, this game is going to be the best one ever. So there'll be a patch coming, and I'm going to make a video so to show you if the connectivity is better. And here I got myself a bombing run, but I didn't get a chance to call it in. And if you guys want to see me do a single player review, do leave a comment. So I hope you guys have found the video informative. I've run out of time, so I'm just going to end it here. So if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, always appreciate it. Drop a comment. If you're not already subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, this has been Sim.